Hey, how's it going? Today's lesson is going to be for Don't Let Me Down by the Chainsmokers. I'm going to show you several ways to play it right now with and without a capo. Here's a quick playthrough, and if you like what you hear, keep on watching for the full lesson. I need you right now, and I need you right now, so don't let me down now. You get the idea, all right? So here we go. This is David Potts. I'm with Songnotes. Here's a lesson. Like I said, don't let me down. The main thing I wanted to show you with this lesson is how many different ways you can pull this song off. This song is in a very unconventional key, so you're either going to have to do bar chords like I showed you earlier, or you can use a capo. The benefit of using a capo is you can use chord shapes that are a lot easier to play, and it really gives you some flexibility. And I think that if there's one thing I want you to take away from this lesson, it's this. It's that when you're learning anything on guitar or any instrument or anything in general, you want to focus and be mindful of what skills you're trying to get better at with the learning of that thing, okay? With guitar, maybe you're trying to practice bar chords. Maybe you're trying to learn, a certain new shape you haven't learned before. Maybe you're trying to do finger picking, or maybe you're working on strumming patterns. Whatever it is, find an arrangement, an approach to the song that lets you practice that single skill and take it a little bit beyond your comfort zone, okay? That's really the best way to learn. So this song is, again, a great vehicle to do that, whether it's playing that riff or whether it's doing the chord progression. So I want to break through some of what I did, and let's start with that riff. The main thing I want to show you here is the idea that you can basically play this riff on a single string with a single finger. So if you're at a party and you want to just pick up a guitar and you don't know anything else on guitar, you can basically pick up the guitar and go. Now, it will require a bit of work. You got to memorize which string to use. You got to pick a finger. That's kind of the hardest part. But then you got to really memorize the frets, right? But it's a simple pattern. And if all you have to remember is which fret you're playing, it's basically 4, 4, 2, 11, 11, 11, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 6, 4, 4, 2, 11, 11, 11, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 6, and it repeats and it repeats and it repeats. A lot of playing any instrument or any song is just memorizing little patterns like that. Write it down. Don't feel like you have to memorize it off the bat. Write it down, play it through your head, and really just have at it with that. You can also use many fingers instead of having to jump around with just one. You can kind of, this is going from ring finger to index finger, and then sliding up to that 11 is kind of a long slide, but you can come down on the index finger on 6 and hammer on with the middle finger on 7. So, you can kind of take it a little bit further if you want. But then there's the two string approach. So this is basically, you're starting off on the 7th and 9th fret of the 2nd string. So 9, 9, 7, and then up to 11. So 9, 9, 7, and then up to 11 on the top string. and then 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 6, 9, 9, 7, 11, 11, 11, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 6. So again, that's a little bit less jumping around, but you do have to switch strings. So it's a little bit easier in one way, a little bit tougher in another way. This third way I want to show you is up here on the 11th, 12th, and 13th fret. This is actually great because your hand isn't moving at all. Your index finger should sort of be almost barring this 11th fret. You're going to be on the top 3 strings this time, but you're going to go 13, 13, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. So that's 11, 12, and back to 11, so. This is a great approach to this riff if you're learning bar chords, because really it's getting you working on using a single finger to push down many strings at the same time and make sure you get that strong sound that's not muffled. If it sounds like this, when you're trying to push down, it means you got to really work on your finger strength. So try it with just 1 string, then 2 strings, then 3 strings. Okay, and then. Okay, so that's the riff, and then we can do it further down the neck too. So without a capo, you can play it up here. This is So this is between the 4th and the 6th fret. You're going to be using your middle, your index, and your ring fingers here, but it's basically 6, 6, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 3, 6, 6, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 3, 6. And then the last one I'll talk about, which is not necessarily something you hear in the song per se, but you can emulate a bass by going to the low E string, okay? And basically mimic what you did for the very first single finger riff. So 4, 4, 2, 11, 11, 11, 6, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 6, 4, 4, 2, 11, 11, 6, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 6. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the riff, right? That's many different ways to play it. And I want to jump into the chord progression now. The chord progression, if you're doing with no capo, what you're looking at is this. It's E, B, F sharp major, G sharp minor, E. Now these are bar chords. These are bar chords as hell. If you don't know bar chords, I don't recommend this being the first song you learn bar chords on, especially for these 4 chords, because 3 of these 4 chords are bar chords, and they're not fun ones to learn on, and they're tiring to play. So if you do know your bar chords, just you're going through E, you're going through B, and you're going through F sharp major, and you're going through G sharp minor. Okay. If you have a capo though, you can put it on the 2nd fret. What this does is you can get the same sound as those chords, but you use D, A, E, and F sharp minor. Again, it's D, A, E, and F sharp minor. Now, F sharp minor is also a bar chord, and if you don't know bar chords yet, this is a little bit easier one to learn. Basically, you're going to push down the 2nd fret as hard as you can, and you're going to, on the 4th fret, you're going to have this is relative to the capo, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Bar the 2nd fret. On your ring and pinky finger, you have the 4th fret, so. But again, bar chords can be tough. This might be a tough one to start with as well. So if you want to avoid bar chords altogether and you have a capo, put it on the 4th fret. And here you can go C, G, D, and E minor. And these are really good, friendly chords if you're a beginner. So this is a great way to get into the song. So basically, strumming pattern, you can just do 2 strums per chord. That's a good way to start. And then you can do 4 strums per chord when it gets picking up a little bit. And then you can go up, down, 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 up, down. Don't let me 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 down. you stay on the minor chord for that funky drummy part. But the last thing I'll show you for this song is when you're using a capo on 4, you can do this cool thing. You're gonna have your pinky on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, so then you're gonna slide up in a D shape to the 11th fret, okay? And just play the top 4 strings for a D shaped chord. And then you're gonna slide back down to an actual D, so a 2nd fret. And then you're going to move your index finger towards your face 1 fret, keep your middle finger where it is, and go. So 2nd, open, open, 2nd, and then hammer on 3rd. And what this lets you do is get the same melody as that intro riff, but you're strumming chords at the same time. Practice it slow. If you're working on this for the first time, do it slow. So that slide takes a little bit of practice. You want to get the shape here, and you kind of want to thrust it up. You know, you got to practice. Stop your index and middle finger on the 11th, and then back down, same shape. So there we have it. Again, many different ways to skin this cat. So skin it how you please. This is a really catchy song. It got stuck in my head 2 days ago, and the only way to get it out was to make this lesson. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, definitely write them in the comments. Subscribe to my YouTube channel too. I do lessons every week or two. If you like this, definitely subscribe. You don't want to miss one, and follow me on Twitter and Facebook and all those other social things of the internet. But again, this is David Potts. Hope you found this lesson helpful. Have a good night. I hope you're not sweating as much as me because it is hot in this garage. So take care. Bye-bye.